An embassy is a tiny piece of a state abroad. Construction of a new permanent mission is an opportunity to create an architectural showcase of a country on a piece of land and in just one or two buildings. Such a building is not only an office. It can contain a message consistent with the foreign policy or underline the ties between the sending and receiving nations. Architecture can be a great means of diplomacy. It is an opportunity used by the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Its embassies are often spectacular examples of Dutch design. It is so in Canberra, Australia, or in Berlin, where the Dutch embassy, designed by Rem Koolhaas, won one of the most important European architectural awards, the Mies van der Rohe Prize. It is also so in Warsaw, Poland, where the Kingdom of the Netherlands is represented by an exceptional building. Before I took a closer look at its architecture, I asked the ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands what was his impression when he first saw the embassy.
Well, the first impression was quite a pleasant one. Maybe I should share the story with you. We arrived somewhere at the end of August in 2013, and we arrived in the evening, and the next day I told my family, I have two teenagers with me, like, we should really get to know Warsaw. The quicker we know what the city is all about, the better. So we ordered a commercial tour for 3 hours, like a bus full of people, and we really enjoyed it. Went to the old town, then went to HE Park. We got out of the bus, and the guide was really explaining everything to us. Then we got into the bus again from HE Park, and the bus actually entered Ulica Cavalieri, which was new to us, and it stopped right in front of this building. And the guide started explaining, well, this is the building of the Netherlands Embassy, and it's one of the prettiest buildings in Warsaw. It's on a list of 100 best buildings in Poland. They won many awards. It was just beautiful. And so I was sitting there in the bus telling my wife, well, we're going to be living here. Isn't it wonderful? So that was our first acquaintance with the building, and actually ever since I've only been confirmed in that feeling. All the guests we receive, they really enjoy the building, and we're very proud to be able to both live in a residence and work in the office in the embassy.
Erich van Egeraat, the designer of the building, faced a difficult challenge. The new structure not only had to be a bearer of architectural messages, but also, of course, be functional to house the chancery as well as the ambassador's residence, and, what is especially important in embassies, be safe. And, as it is the case in many freestanding embassies, also here a fence was needed to separate the mission from the street. This picturesque sculptural fence became the characteristic element of the Dutch embassy. But it isn't just a nice fence. A basic function of each fence is to create a clear division. A fence's role is to separate two spaces. Here, the architect chose to turn this idea upside down. He made the fence the key feature of the building's architecture, which binds its two pieces, the chancery and the residence, together. This way, he created something extraordinary. A fence that, instead of dividing, connects. The ornamental, floristic fence is an architectural metaphor for cooperation above borders. But Erich van Egeraat wanted for his design to show the ties between the Netherlands and Poland. At first sight, it can appear that these two countries are hundreds of miles apart and have completely different histories. But it was history that van Egeraat chose as a source of inspiration. One historic figure, to be precise. A person without whom Warsaw would look completely different. A Dutch Baroque architect active in Poland. Tilman van Gameren. This Baroque reference is visible once we enter the building through this massive front door of the Chancery, one of the most beautiful I've seen. Above us, a piece of art with divisions resembling Baroque, coffered ceilings. But the spirit of Tilman van Gameren is visible throughout the building, which at the same time is rational, but yet very ornate. there is a lot of light and space. This is a rather small building, but boasts a generous space inside. It's bright and open, and one could glimpse the garden from it. There are so many openings and glazings that both light and sight can penetrate the building completely. And since we are in a very political building, this also is a political allusion to the openness and transparency of the Dutch government. On the other side of the small courtyard, accessible with an almost baroque drive, sits the other part of the embassy, the ambassador's residence. Yes, this tiny piece of Holland with Dutch architecture and even with a small canal set in the middle of Warsaw, a lucky few can call their home. Thanks for watching this video. Click here to subscribe to our channel, as we will be uploading new videos on art and architecture soon. See you!